Hi, this is Jane at GreenBiz Nursery and Landscaping, and today's video is about follow-up care after GreenBiz has come out and landscaped your yard. Once GreenBiz has left your yard, it is now your responsibility, your duty, to take care of the plants that we have installed. And so we're going to talk a little bit about how to do that. If you've never had new landscaping before, if you're a novice, this whole thing of having to take care of a yard can be kind of, well, overwhelming. GreenBiz gives you a care guide at the time that we are finished with the project. With the help of that care guide and with this video, you will be able to do a great job taking care of your new yard. The number one thing that we're going to discuss is watering. You have had your new plants installed, whether they be trees and shrubs or some perennials. Now your job is to make sure that things stay watered. We are going into the hot part of the year, and it is especially important at this point in time that you keep things watered. So say that you got a new tree in. The first week you will water that tree every single day. And you're going to water it deeply. That means enough so that the water soaks down to the bottom where the roots are. The second week you will cut back on your watering a little bit. You will now be watering about every other day. Again, you still are going to water deep. Remember, your roots are below the plant, not sitting above on the top of the soil. As the summer progresses, depending on the weather, will depend on how much you water. For instance, if you have a very cloudy, cool, wet week, you won't need to water as often. You might only need to water maybe once that week. If you have a very hot, dry week, again, you might be watering every other day. It just is going to depend on the weather. Always remember, though, you need to water deeply so the water gets down to the roots. The next 2 points that we're going to discuss briefly are fertilizing and pests. As far as fertilizing, I am going to encourage you to look at your care guide, because it will talk to you about when to fertilize and what kinds of fertilizers to put on. March through September is considered the growing season here in Fayetteville, and so that would be the time when you would need to do fertilizing. Again, just reference to your care guide. And now we're going to talk about pests. I'm thinking mostly of bugs. There's all kinds of pests, bug pests, that can attack your trees, shrubs, perennials. Things like aphids, mealybugs, scale, and the list goes on. For pests, I would encourage you to call our retail garden center, Green Side Up, and they would be able to help you to identify and to find a product to treat those pests. One of the last things that a GreenBiz landscaper will do is to install mulch. We recommend either the wood mulch or the pine straw mulch. Mulch serves a very important purpose other than just making your yard look, well, finished. I come from up north of Minnesota. We use mulch because it prevents the freeze-thaw cycle that happens in, say, like February and March, when it finally starts to warm up there. In the south, the purpose of mulch is a little different. We get such hot summers that we need something to help to keep our plant roots cool in the summertime. The other purpose that mulch serves is that when you water, it helps to keep that moisture in around those roots for a little bit longer period of time. Mulch is very important also because it helps to keep the weeds down. And heaven knows you don't want to be, weeding every single day. So you should have at least a 2 to 3 inch layer of mulch put on your ground. Your job is to make sure that it stays there. You will need to refresh it every so often. That will keep it looking fresh and functional. If you have questions about your landscaping, you can always call us here at GreenBiz. We'd be happy to help you with any questions that you have and for any of your future landscaping needs. This is Jane with GreenBiz saying goodbye.